favorite Barry memories were working with Viking Fusion.
Changing gears to athletics, I was a part of Barry College football team for all 4 years. And this past year, we beat Trinity College twice, once in the regular season and once in the postseason when it really mattered. And that was a really special memory.
My name is Ansley Reed, and after graduation, I'm headed to Beeson Divinity School to be a hospital chaplain. Hi, my name is Molly Reed, and after college, I'm going to go to the University of South Carolina for my master's in higher education and student affairs.
My name is Efrain Iglesias, and after graduation, I will be working at the Tennessee Aquarium as a marketing fellow.
Hi, my name is Alyssa. I am a senior at Barry College, and after graduation, I will be acting as a public relations and marketing coordinator for South Georgia Medical Center in Valdosta.
Cole Porter. I'm a senior at Barry College, and after graduation, I'm going to teach history and coach baseball at Lowndes County High School in Valdosta, Georgia.
My name is Katie Stasiak, and the next steps for me this summer, I will be traveling the country with Wind-Shaped Camps and spreading the gospel to little kids.
The thing I'd miss the most when I leave Barry is probably the nature, like the scenes, the grass. The scenes at Barry are definitely the best.
I'm gonna miss just being this close to all of my friends. It's never gonna be another time in my life where I live next door or across the hall to my best friend. So trying to cherish those moments for this last month and some change that we have left.
Besides my friends, I'll miss the trails at Barry and getting to run on this campus every day.
Friends, the community, definitely. I'm definitely going to miss my friends and being able to see them whenever I want and going to hang out whenever I want.
Taking walks, and I'm really going to miss walking right outside to beautiful campus.
I'll probably miss the people the most. There's a lot of things that make Barry unique. Obviously the campus, the LifeWorks program, but I think without the people you don't have any of those, and so I'm really going to miss walking around campus and being able to say hi to every other person.
My favorite Barry memory, my sophomore year, we won the Mountain Day Olympics, and it was such a blast. We were Stranger Things themed, and so there were a lot of really cool costumes, and we won the Mountain Day Cup.
I'm on the softball team here at Barry, and my favorite memory is going to the World Series my freshman year.
Just the friends that I've made at Barry and getting to live with my best friend for the last couple years has been really, really sweet.
The campus outreach slip and slide that they used to do.
I think my favorite memories from Barry are just like anytime me and my friends would just do something random. I love at Barry that nothing's really planned.
I would say watching the sunset at Clarabelle or having picnics up on Mountain Campus have been some of my favorite highlights.
Favorite Barry memory is probably like my sophomore and junior year. Every day we would go play sand volleyball on the courts, and it was so much fun.
I'm Christian Lewis. I'm an exercise science major here at Berry with a minor in business administration. And after I graduate in May, I will be heading to physical therapy school at the University of Tennessee in Chattanooga.
Hi, my name is Sally Prieto. I am a psychology major, and after I graduate, I plan to go into the counseling field.
Hi, my name's Katie Frankman. I'm an exercise science major with a music minor. After graduation, I'll be going to Boston University for physical therapy school.
Hello, my name is Roger Thomas. I am a communication and political science major at Berry College, and I plan on going to law school.
Hi, I'm Macy Bennett. I am a psychology major with a religion and philosophy minor. After Berry, I'm going to get my master's program in clinical mental health counseling at Richmond University.
Hi, my name is Daphne Tremps. I'm a double major in religion and philosophy and psychology. After I graduate, I'll be getting my master's in biblical and theological studies from Wheaton College.
I'm Mackenzie Iwanski, and I'm a nursing major, and when I graduate, I'm going to work at Atrium Health Ford.
My name is Brayden Belcher. I am a communications major here at Berry, and after graduation, I will be moving to Indianapolis to take part in the postgraduate internship program at the NCAA.
Hi, my name is Ella Quigley. I'm a sports leadership and strategy major with a public relations minor, and I'm going to be doing the Chattanooga Fellows program in September.
I'm Emily Breedlove. I'm a psychology major with minors in women's and gender studies and family studies, and I will be going to Valdosta State in the fall to study marriage and family therapy.
My name is Susie, and I'm an economics and international business major. And after I graduate, I will be moving to the Netherlands for my master's in international economics at Erasmus University, Rotterdam.
My name is Jennifer Dunn. I'm an anthropology major, creative writing and chemistry minors. And after Berry, I'm going to apply to PA schools.
My name is Will Hogendijk. I am a sport leadership and communication double major, and after graduating from Berry, I will go do a 2.5-week program with the World Journalism Institute in Iowa.
Hi, my name is Allison Pericola. I am a dual degree animal science and Spanish major with minors in biology and chemistry, and after graduation, I will be pursuing my PhD in ruminant nutrition and microbiology and my doctorate in veterinary medicine at UGA.
Good morning. Welcome. I'm Roger Lusby, class of 1979, and Vice Chairman of the Berry College Board of Trustees. It is my honor today to welcome you to this celebration, and I am joined on stage by 8 of my fellow trustees. Our board works hard. We do it all for you, the students, and for days like this. During my 20 years as a trustee, we've invested deeply in this campus, building new academic facilities, building resident halls, adding athletic fields, improving the arts and healthcare programs, building a retirement community and a hotel. Most importantly, we recruited a new president, and you are his first graduation class, making today even more special. And our board emphasized increasing scholarships, but more on that later. This celebration begins with the families of our graduates. So please stand up so we can recognize you. All of our mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers, aunts and uncles, nieces and nephews, grandparents, great-grandparents, roommates or friends. Thank you for the love, sacrifice, and encouragement that helped bring your graduates to this moment. Please be seated. And our graduates would not be here today without our outstanding faculty and staff. Please stand if you are a member of our faculty and staff. One of the defining strengths of Berry College is the way that you invest in our students every single day. Thank you. You may be seated. And now the moment you've all waited for. Will all of our graduates please stand? I give you the 2026 Berry College graduates. Please remain standing. Please remain standing. Now about those scholarships. Graduates, please raise your hand and keep it raised up if you received a Berry scholarship of any kind. Wow. Just look around. Our investments in you are making a real difference. I think Martha Berry would be pleased. And I know my good friend Randy Berry would tell our board, it's a good start, but we've got to do more. And we will do more, and then some. You may be seated. Graduates, your day is finally here. The hard work has paid off. Tomorrow you will all start your careers or go on to graduate school. Some of you may even take a little more time to figure it all out. Regardless, please make us all proud and represent Berry well. For tomorrow, you will all be alumni. From the Board of Trustees to each of you, congratulations. We're excited for you, and may God bless each of you. Now to formally begin this ceremony, I'll ask our chaplain, Reverend Dr. Jonathan Huggins to lead us in an opening prayer.
Let's pray together. Our gracious God, we come to you today with grateful hearts. Only you know the path of life that's brought each person here today. And we thank you for directing our steps and intersecting our lives for a brief but beautiful time. We thank you for the challenges and opportunities that have shaped who these graduates are today. And we pray that in your mercy you would continue to strengthen and guide each one. Please use the wisdom they have gained here as a blessing for others. May they always listen for the whisper of your grace as they move through life. And may they always use their vocations to encourage others, to live in peace, and to create a world in which there is goodness, truth, and justice. May they find inspiration in the beauty of your creation and in your holy word. Thank you, Lord, for this college, for the faculty and staff, as well as each student's family network who have given of themselves to help these students succeed through their teaching, mentoring, and working behind the scenes to meet their needs and keep them on track. May we never waste or take for granted the gracious gift of life. Please bless these graduates, Lord, with growing families, good friends, and worthwhile positive work so that they may leave the world more beautiful than they found it. These things we pray today in the name of the one who came not to be ministered unto, but to minister, Christ our Lord. Amen.
This is a reading from Psalms 121. I lift up my eyes to the hills. From where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. He will not let your foot be moved. He who keeps you will not slumber. Behold, he who keeps Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is your keeper. The Lord is your shade on your right hand. The sun shall not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will keep you from all evil. He will keep your life. The Lord will keep your going out and coming in from this time forth and forevermore. Thank you for letting me serve as your class president. We did it. We're here. I'm proud of you. I love you. Go Vikings forever.
Good morning, everyone. Great to see you today. Thanks be to God for this beautiful morning. If I haven't met you, my name is Sandeep Mazumdar. I have the honor of serving as the president of Berry College, and what a wonderful morning to celebrate these graduates. For a few moments, I would like to speak directly to the class of 2026, my very first graduating class at Berry College. While our time together has been brief, it has been more than enough for me to witness the extent of your skills, experience, and wisdom. When reading up on the stats about your class, I was not surprised to learn that when you arrived as first-year students, you were the strongest class that Berry had ever recruited. You are a sharp bunch. You also came to Berry having emerged from navigating the difficulties of the pandemic during your high school years. Indeed, a lot has happened in the world during these past 4 years. For example, while generative AI feels like a new innovation, ChatGPT was launched in the fall of your freshman year, sparking widespread public interest in AI, gathering 1 million users in just 5 days. But over this past year, getting to know many of you and seeing your success on full display, it's clear that you took ownership of your college experience while at Berry. You each thoughtfully and purposefully chose a direction despite challenges that arose. You took advantage of signature learning experiences that pushed you and made you grow, studying abroad in countries like Japan, Kenya, Costa Rica, Spain, Thailand, and Peru, just to name a few. Many of you took on internships, leadership roles, or clinical experiences. Others of you added your voice to the academic arena through research. The breadth of your experience is astounding, ranging from work in healthcare systems, museums, wildlife and conservation agencies, and major corporations to undergraduate research in physics, environmental science, public health, community-focused humanities projects, and more. I'd be up here all day if I tried to list all the ways that this graduating class has already begun to impact our world. But more important than your accomplishments, I've been struck by who you are. I've been impressed by your heart, your sense of purpose, and the work ethic you've brought to our campus community. As you shake my hand today and soon move beyond these gates, I encourage you to continue walking with the posture of a Berry graduate. The Berry mission does not end with the last final exam. It does not end when you return home from adventures abroad or when you publish an article. The power of education begins here. These are the pieces that fit together and shape your Berry story. But as you go on to contribute to your professional work and the places where you land next, remember the second line of our mission. It addresses graduates, explaining why we do what we do. We educate to inspire leaders of integrity who cultivate thriving communities. Being a Berry graduate means approaching your work and your world with integrity beyond college. It means thoughtfully investing in people and places as you did here. It means understanding that leadership is exercised in everyday actions, solving problems well, caring deeply, working hard, and treating others with respect. Just as you've done here at Berry, whether cutting grass, running statistics, creating meaningful projects, or forming lasting friendships, carry that same commitment forward. Let your education show both in what you know and in how you live. And part of being inspired by who you've become is remembering where your story was written. Like a good book that one revisits, quotes, or shares with a friend, it is our hope that this story you've written continues to tell ours. Having gotten to know many Berry students over the past year, one of my challenges for you as a class is to not be overly modest as you move into the next stage of life. As a community focused more on internal character than external display, it makes sense that you might find it difficult to strike the right balance between demonstrating your expertise and being boastful. But to be leaders of integrity, others must see your example. It is our desire that Berry College graduates stand up and stand out. Sharing your Berry story with gratitude and humility ultimately allows others to discover this place and in turn widen the vision of Martha Berry. As I wrote earlier this semester, each of us is a steward of Berry's future. Intentionally sharing your story of how this place impacted you allows Berry College to shine. Light, at its core, is about visibility. Its mere presence has the potential to draw people and change the places it touches, providing direction and inspiration for others. Isn't this the effect we want Berry to have on the world? Like a lamppost, Berry graduates should shine brightly as they go forth from this community. So, congratulations, class of 2026. Shine bright. We are so very proud of you. We believe in you. We cannot wait to see what your future holds. Please now welcome our VP of Student Affairs, Dr. Casey Dexter.
It is my absolute pleasure to introduce our student speaker this morning. Sydney Summers grew up in Dallas, Georgia, and is graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree, majoring in elementary education and minoring in teaching English as a foreign language. Sydney is a summa cum laude graduate. During her time at Berry, Sydney excelled in her academics, her work, leadership, and campus involvement. Sydney has been a member of the Windshade College program, serving as a core group leader, and just receiving the WinShape College Program Impact Award. As an elementary education major, Sydney has had extensive experience at the Berry College Elementary and Middle School, has taught abroad in Ecuador, has served as a teaching support specialist for the Teaching English as a Foreign Language program, and has been an active member of Kappa Delta Pi and the Charter Association of Student Educators. As an educator, Sydney has a deep commitment to making students feel known and loved. She attributes this deep commitment to the love and support of her parents and her twin sister, who have been her biggest encouragers and a pivotal part of her story in becoming a teacher. Sydney truly lives out our mission of educating the head, heart, and hands to inspire leaders of integrity who cultivate thriving communities. Following graduation, Sydney will live out this mission as a third grade teacher at New Prospect Elementary School in Fulton County. Please join us in welcoming our commencement speaker, Sydney Summers.
When I tell people I go to Berry College, I can already predict their reaction. Wow, what a beautiful campus. Their observation of our campus rings true with the bright fall trees, green grasses and fields, dandelions sprouting, deer everywhere, and classic brick buildings, but they don't see the behind-the-scenes moments that make it beautiful, not just aesthetically, but holistically. And if Berry taught me anything, it's that I can't plan out every moment perfectly, though trust me, I tried. A smile and a wave from a friend, or even a stranger, that brightens your day. Sitting outside on a picnic blanket studying, getting dressed up and going to casino night and spending fake money, being mentored by a professor and gaining experience in a desired field. Having conversations that grow and change us into better versions of ourselves. A friend buying you coffee because they knew you needed a pick-me-up. These are the truly beautiful things about Berry College that make up the heart of what we long to pursue. Although the reputation of beauty precedes our school, the atmosphere of beauty is something we create, intentionally, together. Martha Berry challenged us to leave the world better than we found it, and yet, Berry has been shaping us into better people long before we ever stepped into that call. The 4 years we spend here are some of the most formative years of our lives. This in-between of childhood and adulthood where we get the opportunity to dive headfirst into anything we so desire. Relationships, academics, and countless pursuits consume each moment. But once we get to this graduation stage, we realize the culmination of all of it. A person ready to step into whatever's in store next. What we don't often recognize is that we wouldn't have been able to do it without the little moments in between. Berry isn't just a college where you go to get a degree. It's a place where you're invested in beyond anything you could possibly imagine. I had hopes for Berry, big hopes, and the Lord has provided immeasurably more through this school than I could ever imagine. The way that professors, mentors, classmates, and staff members have invested their time, energy, and kindness into me has allowed me to grow into my purpose and my future pursuits. And if I'm honest, this investment became especially evident at the beginning of senior year. A multitude of unexpected circumstances and health challenges made it hard to believe that I'd be able to make it to graduation. But I'm here, speaking on the stage I wasn't sure that I would be able to cross. The fact that I've come to this point is truly evidence of the intentional relationships that have been built through my time at Berry. Professors who supported me when I was struggling, friends who pulled me out of bed on the hardest days, parents who showed up and encouraged me through it all, and 5th grade Berry Elementary students who celebrated even my smallest wins. And woven into that support was WinShape, a program where I learned what intentional leadership in biblical community could look like. All of these people let themselves be inconvenienced to love and care for me when I needed it the most. The hard moments didn't push them away, they brought them closer. The hard days didn't define me, they revealed the people who would. These individuals comforted me in the fears that my body might betray the things that I had worked so hard for. I developed such deep connections with professors over these 4 years. When my health started to impact everyday life, they could tell that I wasn't myself. I went to each of their offices in tears where they embraced me and cried with me because they could see how deep the struggle was. They knew I wasn't really Sydney. This was evidence of the deep work of intentional community in this place. At any other school, I would have just been another number on a page. But at Berry, I've been a beloved student, supported in ways I never would have expected. College is hard, but these hard moments and mundane days have added up to something meaningful. The slow days, the days you wished away, the days you prayed through, the days you barely remember, they mattered. They were forming you in ways you couldn't understand quite yet. That random LifeWorks job you had freshman year, the late nights spent finishing assignments, the million words you wrote without realizing it, the class you thought you'd hate but ended up loving, studying for tests whose grades you can't even remember now, the long walks around campus that cleared your head, that hard conversation you didn't want to have, the new roommate who became familiar, the old friendships that stayed, and the new ones that surprised you. That bad decision you still think about sometimes, the thousands of flex bucks that you spent without blinking, the job you applied for and didn't get, the study session spent laughing instead of studying, that silly deer running across the road in front of you, and the day you realized that this place and these people had become home. These things were the quiet shaping of you. We so often rush towards the next thing, the next challenge, or the next responsibility without celebrating the moments that brought us here. So I invite you to take a moment to pause, breathe, and be proud of how far you've come. This day feels in many ways like an epilogue, not an ending, but a continuation of the story that Berry began in us. As we go out into our individual pursuits in faraway places, let me remind you that you are not a product of achievements or accumulation of works. More than anything, you are a product of all of the people who have poured into you over the years, and most importantly, you are a child of the King. And to those of us who are unsure of where we are going next, your worth has never been in the outcome. You've still shown up in the confusion, the uncertainty, and the imperfectly planned future. In every moment holy, I keep returning to this line. It's not about being who I want to be, or creating my own identity, or measuring up to the expectations of my culture or my peers, but about finding who I am in Him, that is Christ, and resting in that. Although we often discover parts of who we were made to be in these short 4 years, we are not defined by our grades or our accolades here. We are defined by who we were made to be because of His sacrifice on the cross. So, as we step outside of what many call the Berry bubble, let us carry with us the beauty we experienced and the beauty we created on this campus. Let us bring that same intentionality, community, and constant support into every space we enter, whether it's perfectly mapped out or still unfolding. Let us be so unmistakably Berry students that people can't help but wonder what shaped us. And may we be able to say, with confidence and gratitude, that place left me better than it found me, so I will leave the world better than I found it. Thank you.
Thank you for those beautiful remarks, Sydney, and for being such a great representative of your class. We're grateful. Trustees, faculty, graduates, families, and friends, today we gather to celebrate both a great achievement and the unlimited promise of new beginnings. Today we present honorary degrees to 3 individuals whose contributions to Berry College have left an enduring legacy over nearly 3 decades of engagement. We have aimed to ensure that this high honor, the highest the college can give, goes only to those who have made truly extraordinary contributions to this community of learning and of the world. The names you see printed in your program confirm this, most especially one of the first names on this list, Martha Berry herself. It is fair to say that every nominee for an honorary degree since has been measured against her high standard. I invite my colleague, Berry trustee Kathleen Kelly, to introduce our first 2 honorees.
Good morning. It is my distinct honor to introduce 2 individuals whose contributions to Berry College have left an enduring legacy, touching the lives of countless students, faculty, and staff over 2 decades. D. Randolph Berry, Randy, and Martha Marty Berry Wallstad. D. Randolph Berry, Randy, is not only the great nephew of our founder, Martha Berry, and my cousin, he is a living continuation of her legacy, a builder, a problem solver, and a believer in the transformative power of education and opportunity. Randy's own college journey started far from the hills of Northwest Georgia, in classrooms and laboratories of MIT, where he earned both his undergraduate and master's degrees in engineering. From the start, he approached engineering not as an abstract discipline, but as a way to make people safer, industry smarter, and communities stronger. Randy's work has always been guided by curiosity and a drive to understand how things function and how they can function better. His 2 U.S. patents reflect a spirit of inquiry and his ability to translate ideas into practical solutions. Throughout his career, he has embodied the mindset of an engineer who sees possibility in every challenge and who approaches problems with both discipline and imagination. But Randy's impact extends far beyond engineering. It extends here to Berry College, where he and his wife Nancy have shaped the student experience in ways that will echo for generations. They together co-founded the Berry Information Technology Students Program, BITS, a visionary initiative that expanded the college's technological capacity while giving students something far more valuable: real responsibility, real experience, and real confidence. In the spirit of Martha Berry's commitment to the dignity of work, BITS has allowed students to learn by doing, to grow through challenge, and to leave Berry not only educated, but empowered. Randy has also given generously of his time and leadership, beginning on the Board of Visitors in 2001 and continuing through 2 decades of service as a Board of Trustee. He has helped guide this institution through change, opportunity, and growth. His voice has been steady, thoughtful, and deeply rooted in a love for the college and for its mission. Randy's journey offers a powerful reminder that expertise matters, but so does purpose, that innovation is most meaningful when it serves others, and that the greatest legacies are not built only through achievement, but through generosity, mentorship, and a commitment to lifting others up. Martha Berry Wallstad, Marty, is a daughter of Rome, Georgia, and a great niece of our founder, Martha Berry, and my cousin. Her connection to this institution is not simply of lineage. It is of service, stewardship, and a deep personal commitment to the values that shaped Berry from its earliest days. Marty began her professional life in the classroom, earning both bachelor's and master's degrees in education from Auburn University and teaching middle school students with patience, creativity, and care that defines a great educator. But like so many leaders, she carried her skills into new arenas. Returning to Rome, she joined her family's business and soon demonstrated the entrepreneurial spirit that has long characterized the Berry family. In 1976, she launched what would become Hilltop Rentals, a venture built on a family real estate tradition dating back to the 1930s. Through decades of hard work, she transformed a small operation into a respected full-service residential and vacation rental company, known for attentive management and genuine care for clients. Her leadership was hands-on and grounded in integrity, the kind of leadership that builds trust, strengthens communities, and endures. Marty's impact on Rome extends far beyond business. She is a founder of Greater Rome Bank and served on its board, helping to expand local opportunities and support the economic life of her community. Her civic engagement has been steady, thoughtful, and rooted in a belief that strong communities are built through shared responsibility. And of course, her service to Berry College has been extraordinary. Marty has been a guiding presence in alumni engagement and reunions, nurturing the connections that build generations of Berry graduates, bringing them together. Her leadership on the Berry College Board of Trustees from 2001 to 2025 reflects more than two decades of dedication, insight, and unwavering support of the mission of this institution. Today, she continues that service as a trustee emerita, offering wisdom shaped by experience and a lifelong love of this college. Marty's story offers a powerful lesson that leadership is not defined by a single path, but by character we bring to every path that we walk in. She has been an educator, an entrepreneur, a civic leader, and a steward of Berry's legacy. In each role, she has embodied the values that Martha Berry championed: hard work, service, and commitment to making life better for others. Randy and Marty, your lives reflect the spirit of this institution, grounded in purpose, guided by compassion, dedicated to building something that lasts. We are honored to celebrate you today. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, it is my great honor to confer upon D. Randolph Berry and Martha Berry Wallstad the degrees of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. This is in recognition of their outstanding achievements and contributions to Berry College, truly leaders of integrity who have cultivated this thriving community. Randy and Marty, please join me at the podium to receive this honor.
Congratulations, Marty and Randy, and students, I hope you have a chance to meet these two exceptional people. I can say as a member of the board that they have been a counselor, an encourager, a mentor to those of us who have followed, and they've done an incredible amount for this school, and you won't find anyone else who loves the school as much as they do or is invested as much. We're really grateful, Marty and Randy. In this moment of celebration, we also honor a leader whose vision, humility, creativity, and commitment to community have shaped industries, inspired innovation, and impacted millions of lives in Georgia and around the world. Today, we will confer on him an honorary degree, and he will then offer remarks to our graduating class as this year's commencement speaker. Dan T. Cathy is a builder, not only of his businesses, but of places, experiences, and meaningful relationships. As the founder and chief visionary of Trilith, he has imagined and brought to life one of the most impressive master plan communities in the nation. In Fayette County, Georgia, Trilith stands as a vibrant ecosystem of storytellers, creators, and innovators, a place where world-class filmmakers, production people, cutting-edge businesses, and thoughtfully designed residential community exist side by side. Under Dan's leadership, Trilith has become home to the largest movie studio complex in North America. Its stages have hosted some of the highest profile films in modern entertainment, movies like Superman, The Avengers, and Black Panther, while its neighborhoods, parks, and public spaces reflect Dan's belief that creativity flourishes where people feel inspired and connected to one another. Alongside his work at Trilith, Dan serves as chairman of Chick-fil-A Inc., one of the nation's largest family-owned businesses. A graduate of Georgia Southern College, he previously served as the company's chief executive officer from 2013 until 2021. The son of Chick-fil-A founder S. Truett Cathy, Dan has built on his father's entrepreneurial legacy after working alongside him for many years, cementing Chick-fil-A as a shining example of what it looks like when a business leader truly invests in the flourishing of teammates, customers, and community. His leadership reflects a deep commitment to service and the belief that organizations flourish when people are cared for and empowered. And I know he would say it's been his pleasure to do so. Dan extends his leadership far beyond business, of course. Guided by their love of God and of others, he and his family, including his lovely wife, Rhonda, who's with us today, thank you for being with us, Rhonda, live generously, investing in nonprofit initiatives that improve lives, supporting the economically disadvantaged, caring for those in foster care, building bridges of love among different communities in Atlanta, restoring marriages, and impacting others for good in innumerable ways. And that generosity is extended here to Berry College and into many of your lives individually. In fact, could you just raise your hand if you're a WinShape scholar here today? Thank you. Elected to the Berry College Board of Trustees in 2001, he served faithfully for 15 years, contributing his insights and energy to the student experience, helping to advance the history and beauty of this campus, and championing the story that makes Berry unique. Through WinShape and his personal giving, he and his family have faithfully transformed the lives of thousands of our students, and he has been a strong and consistent advocate for an education of the head, the heart, and the hands, even as he has modeled those attributes in his own life. What you won't see on his resume is that Dan is also a steadfast friend, a humble servant of the King, and a man whose heart is always open to others. If you were to tour Trilith with Dan, you'd see him stopping to pick up litter along the way, helping the gardeners plant flowers, and pausing to chat with employees for whom he cares for so deeply and whose name he always seems to know. The very first time you meet him, he has that uncanny ability to make you feel important and seen, like you are the only person in the room. And he does so not as a tactic, but because deep down he truly believes that we are all equal before our Creator and possessed of inestimable dignity and worth. He wants you and everyone he meets to live out our potential and experience deep flourishing and joy in our lives. Dan's story offers a powerful reminder that leadership is not only about building successful enterprises, it is about building environments where others can thrive. It is about seeing possibility where others see limits, and about creating spaces where creativity, collaboration, and human potential can take root. Today, in recognition of his entrepreneurial leadership, his immense contributions to Georgia's cultural and economic landscape, and his long-standing service to Berry College, we are proud to confer upon Dan T. Cathy the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters. Dan, your life and work reflect the best of the attributes Martha Berry hoped to cultivate in the students she shepherded at her school. She would be grateful for the example you set for us, and so pleased we have the opportunity to celebrate and thank you today. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, it is my great honor to confer you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa. Thank you for the example you set, for the humility, and for the transformative investments you've made in Berry College and the lives of thousands of students. Please join me at the podium to receive our heartfelt thanks and this recognition of your faithful contributions.
Well, President Legender, faculty, staff, family, students, my wife Rhonda of 53 years, soon to be. What a joyous day to be here with all of you. And what a thrill to come and be here at this stadium. As I stepped in here, my mind whirled back, and some of my fellow trustees here can attest to the fascination we found that our federal government is involved in legislating privacy for eagles. I don't know if you know that or not. As you look over here to my right, your left, right nestled in the trees here, there's a wonderful little hollow that would have been perfect for stadium seating. And we had wonderful renderings that were done of this stadium. But it was called to our attention that it was with concern that the intimacy of the love life of eagles had to be preserved, and respectfully that we would be well advised to move this stadium anywhere from 330 to 660 feet to the this would be almost to the south here in order. So it's good to know that our federal government is watching out for the intimate lives of bald eagles. This story captures something very important about leadership, and that is that we have to be fast, focused, flexible, friendly, and fun as we make our plans going forward into the future. Today, you're going to receive two things here today. You'll receive a diploma that represents your academic achievement. It represents your skills of being able to pursue knowledge and to pursue curiosity. The facts and knowledge, of course, are greatly and rapidly changing, but you've been equipped with the skills to pursue curiosity. It comes with a lot of responsibility and trust for the future. You'll also receive a runner's baton here. And so let me tell you this story. I had the privilege in '96 of serving on the organizing committee in the '96 Summer Olympic Games in Atlanta, Georgia. I also served on the Paralympic committee as well. One of the fascinating things that I saw was the exchange that took place between runners on a 400-meter relay. I was so curious about that I called the U.S. track and field coach who was in Colorado Springs, and I said, I was a middle distance runner, and I really don't know much about the exchange. Would you please explain some of the details of the importance of the exchange? And he told me, he said, well, you know, of course, it's not the four fastest runners that win a relay race. I like to borrow this microphone here. It's not the four fastest runners. You'd think that it would be the four fastest runners that would run a relay race. He said, not at all. It's all about the team that gets the track, gets the baton around the track first, wins the race. I said, oh, wow, yes, I understand. It always gets to the exchange. Now, the most critical part of the exchange, however, is when it hands off from one runner to the next. And I'm so glad we're here on the track today, because this gives me an opportunity to illustrate a very important sound effect that we have here. So I hope we don't have too much feedback. But I want you to imagine, if you would, that if you're on the other side of the track and you handed this baton off to the first runner and the second runner, and then it got over here on this side of the track, and when they handed off the baton, someone dropped the baton. Imagine 4 years of your life And when it comes over to the third runner, as the baton is exchanged, someone drops the baton. Would you like to hear the most terrorizing sound that you'll ever hear as a runner on a track? I'm going to hold the microphone here so there'll be no mistake about how terrorizing this is. So here's the sound. Instant playback. Here we go. Did y'all hear that? That's an awful sound. That's 4 years of work that just got washed down the drain. And so I asked this track coach, I said, what can you do to make sure that the baton is not dropped? He said, well, the first thing is there's got to be a total sync up from one runner to the next. That the movement of their stride, their pacing, the person handing off has to be at the top of their speed. And there's 20 meters block, and they're marked here on this track, in which you have 20 meters to make the exchange from one runner to the next. So the stride has got to be in alignment. And it's the hope and prayer of the faculty and the staff that during this exchange that we're about to have, and this is a very important ceremonial moment. There's a lot of pomp and circumstance here, and the band and the regalia of all this, because society, and these are happening all over the country, because that's how important this exchange is from one generation to the next. All of our knowledge, as it's transformed from one generation to the next, is represented in this ceremonial exchange, intended to be very memorable, so that we begin to diminish the chance of a baton being dropped. I said, what else is important in this exchange? And he only made one other thing, and this was really surprising to me. He said it's really important that when the runner is handing the baton off, that he feels like that the person is taking it out of their hand. They're not just offering the baton, but the receiving runner takes it from their hand. There's a sense of commitment inherent in taking the baton. And so my challenge to you as you're about to receive these diplomas is that you really take that baton. You take that diploma, and that you convey to your parents and your teachers, if you see them later today, and let them know, I've got this. It was advised when the senior years of my mom and dad from a pastor friend, you should write a letter of commitment to your mom and dad that you and your brother Bubba and your sister Trudy have got this. And so we came up with a covenant of agreement that we penned and gave our parents some 10 years before they passed away. I had no idea how much that was going to mean to my mom and dad. We made a commitment that we're going to continue to live out the biblical values in which we were raised, that we continue to be closed on Sunday, and that we're going to continue to operate collaboratively with one another in a spirit of unity. We clearly felt God's call on our life. You know, we can have a job, we may have a career, but we could experience God's divine calling on our life. As we sit here today down in Fayette County, Steve Harvey is recording Celebrity Feud. You'll have to watch episode 6 months from now to see the special celebrities that will be there. He was being interviewed by John Maxwell, and the profound philosopher Steve Harvey had a very wise response when he was asked the question about leadership and succession and having a job and all. He said, your career is what you're paid for, but your calling is what you're made for. Have you discovered what you're made for? I was on the set here just 2 weeks ago. It was 8 o'clock at night. Steve was about to step into the stage for his 4th recording of Family Feud that day. And he has a guy that puts him in all these crazy, beautiful suits from one show to the next. And I asked this guy, how can he continue to do this? And his response was, he was made to do this. My hope and prayer for you is that you find exactly what you are made to do. We're about to have the recognition of our 250th anniversary as a nation. Above the King of England, who addressed conference recently, are inscribed our national motto. This is not going to be a cold call pop quiz question for all of us today, but do you know our national motto? I'm struck and somewhat disappointment to find that it's few people that know our national motto and far less that know where it came from. And if you don't know, it's not air pluribus mundus, it's not from anyone, it's actually in God we trust. I hope that you can share the news, the little stories I share with you, that the words in God we trust come from the fourth stanza of Francis Scott Key's Star Spangled Banner. He was sequestered on a British trip and overheard the plans for an invasion, and they kept him on the ship. Not until the next morning and the sun rose that he saw the flag was still there. And in the fourth stanza, he commented on, "In God we trust." Later on, in an attempt to unify our nation in the throes of the Civil War in 1864, was the phrase, "In God we trust," printed on the 2-cent coin for the first time. And it was in 1956, during the Eisenhower administration, and inspired by the Reverend Dr. Billy Graham, that it was suggested by our nation's president at the time and adopted by Congress that our national motto would be, "In God we trust." And it was put on all of our paper currency since then. Martha knew this profound thought because she knew that the future was not ultimately dependent upon ChatGPT alone, but it will be shaped by the character of the leaders who run and learn to run fast. So class of 26, build boldly. Little dreams stir no man's heart. Serve faithfully. Lead courageously. Love generously. And when the race becomes difficult and the baton gets heavy, trust God. Keep running. Finish well. Congratulations, graduates. May God richly bless all of you. And most importantly, remember to eat more chicken. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Stan, Kathy. Students, we better not drop the diplomas when we're handing off to each other later on now, based on that. Now we've reached the point in our ceremony that most of you have been eagerly awaiting. Today we'll recognize students earning their baccalaureate degree, with many graduating cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude. Congratulations to each of these accomplished graduates.
The Berry College Program for Inclusive Learning is a 2-year college experience for young adults with intellectual disabilities and an accredited comprehensive transition program, honoring the belief that higher education is enriched when it is inclusive, purposeful, and rooted in human dignity. During the past 2 years, these students participated in academic classes of their choice, worked alongside peers, were involved in student organizations, service, and cultural events while preparing for lives of contribution and independence. As we celebrate our inaugural cohort, we honor both their accomplishments and Berry College's enduring commitment to building community, aiming high, embracing differences, and loving our neighbors. Will the students completing the Berry College Program for Inclusive Learning please come forward to receive your recognition of completion. William D. Agan. Kate Jarrett. Griffin Mashburn. We will now present candidates for degrees. Individuals planning to come forward to take pictures during the presentation of diplomas are asked to please not block the videographers or professional photographers. Those wearing medallions are members of the Phi Kappa Phi Honor Society. All are approved by special vote of the faculty. The candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree, please rise. President Mazumdar, these students have completed all requirements for the Bachelor of Arts degree at Berry College and have been recommended by the faculty. They are now ready to have the degree conferred.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Berry College, I pronounce you graduates of Berry College and confer upon you all the rights, privileges, and responsibility that these status entails. Please come forward and receive your diplomas.
Alyssa Brooke Abrams, magna cum laude. Cole Alexander, magna cum laude. Gail Ann Añasco, cum laude. Isabella Ardell. Jenna Bacon. Isabella Catherine Bain, magna cum laude. Abigail Lynn Barnes, with honors, summa cum laude. Lillian Barnes, cum laude. Caitlin Christine Beaver. Braden Jane Belcher, summa cum laude, in absentia. Emma Ruth Bellantoni, magna cum laude. Scarlett Isabella Biggers. Carson Mackenzie Bonner. Anna Scott Claxton Barassa, cum laude. Eleanor Clark Brown, magna cum laude. Lauren W. Carnes, cum laude. Bailey Jordan Casey, cum laude. Tess Lilu Sia. Luz Veronica Cerda, cum laude. William Davis Chandler, presented by his father, Brian Chandler, peace officer at Berry College. Connor Andrew Coltrane, with honors. Emily Ann Conaway. Riley Catherine Corcoran. Nancy Daniel, magna cum laude. Amelia Jane Daniels. Ashlyn Renee Davidson, cum laude. Caroline Fumiao de Feliz, cum laude. Mary Catherine Dempsey, magna cum laude. Bree McCall Durham, summa cum laude. Cindy Dierlani Folks Peña, magna cum laude. Faith Gooding. Isabella Tate Hawkins, cum laude. Alana Danielle Hennon, with honors, magna cum laude. Christian Michael Hester, magna cum laude. Rebecca Hitchcock. Jacob William Hogendijk IV, cum laude. Haley Michelle Hovers. Heath Hutchison. Brayson Hyde, cum laude. Efrain Jose Iglesias, presented by his aunt, Amy Taylor Uzcategui, Executive Assistant to the Provost. Sydney Madison Jones, summa cum laude. Abigail Riley King, summa cum laude. Milena Lay, with honors, magna cum laude. Caleb Brandon Long, with honors, summa cum laude. Tyler Matthew Martin. Julianne Campbell McCoy, magna cum laude. Hannah Grace McDaniel, with honors, summa cum laude. Catherine Virginia Mendes, cum laude. Carolina Lisette Mendoza. Gabriella Joy Mims. Caitlin Taylor Moore. Macy Elizabeth Murdoch. Madeline McCartney DiPolitano, with honors, summa cum laude. Lucia Ray Osherak. Muriel Dejana Chapri Page. Natalie Parker, cum laude. Luz Estrella Pompa Correa, cum laude. Bradley Cole Porter, with honors, cum laude. Robert Jesse Porter, cum laude. Emma Louise Ramus. Philip Charles Reeser. Anna Catherine Renaggio, with honors, summa cum laude. Vivian Elizabeth Rumble, cum laude. Abigail Elizabeth Sanders, cum laude. Mary Sass. Kristen Elizabeth Simpkins. Stephen Slazak. Emma Grace Smith, cum laude. Katie Claire Smith. Sutton Connors Snow. Catherine Faith Stasiak. Tristan Andrew Summers. Callie Nicole Tharp. Christopher Brian Thomas, Jr. Roger Laverne Monroe Thomas III. Valentina Jimena Torres Suarez. Daphne Isabella Tremps. Carolyn Elizabeth Trent. Lura Lynn Underwood, cum laude. Lillian M. Varon, with honors, summa cum laude. Emma Claire Washburn, magna cum laude. Riley Noel Whitlow, cum laude. Maya Marie Zamora. Eric Suniga, summa cum laude. Candidates for the Bachelor of Music degree, please rise. President Mazumder, these students have completed all the requirements for the Bachelor of Music degree at Berry College and have been recommended by the faculty. They are now ready to have the degree conferred.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Berry College, I pronounce you graduates of Berry College and confer upon you all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities that this status entails. Please come forward and receive your diplomas.
Eiley Jordan Barnes. Lila Dawn Carroll, cum laude. Memphis Embrick, magna cum laude. Kyle Freeman, magna cum laude. Alyssa Grace Gary, magna cum laude. Estefania Leggy, magna cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Liebert, magna cum laude. Jade Anjali Summer McCoy. Liam David Peterson. Lauren Brooke Scary. Alexander Watson. Oh, oh, oh. The candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree, please rise. President Mazumdar, these students have completed all requirements for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree at Berry College and have been recommended by the faculty. They are now ready to have the degree conferred.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Berry College, I pronounce you graduates of Berry College and confer upon you all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities that this status entails. Please come forward and receive your diplomas.
Kelly Angel Perez, summa cum laude. Daphne Valesca Arriola. Ava Elizabeth Baer. Shakiva Leandria Butts. Gabriela Isabel Castro. Emily Elaine Chamberlain. Annie Kathleen Cooper. Cassidy Leanne Covington, diploma given by her mother, Mary Covington, custodial technician. Christiana N. Covington. Mazzie James Gibbons, magna cum laude. Monica Lisette Hernandez, summa cum laude. Mackenzie Jade Iwanski. Jabria Michaela Johnson. Alora Maylee Landing, summa cum laude. Michaela Noel Marshall, cum laude. Hilary Surizade Martinez Oliva. Addison Grace Maxwell. Mia Patricia McDougall. Taya Ann Meritons, cum laude. Miriam Miller Hughes, with honors, magna cum laude. Ashlyn Moore, cum laude. Sarah Claire Nelson, cum laude. Charles Anthony Richards III, magna cum laude. Clara Ellen Smith, summa cum laude. Audrey Rose Stafford, magna cum laude. Kaylee Y. Weber, summa cum laude. McKeon Brady Whitsett, magna cum laude. Annalise May Rye, magna cum laude. Ashley Young, summa cum laude. The candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree, please rise. President Mazumder, these students have completed all the requirements for the Bachelor of Science degree at Berry College and have been recommended by the faculty. They are now ready to have the degree conferred.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Berry College, I pronounce you graduates of Berry College, confer upon you all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities that this status entails. Please come forward and receive your diplomas.
Great Asoze Abiyayigan, magna cum laude. Aninya Ganesh Achare, cum laude. Elena Acton, cum laude, presented by her grandmother, Dr. Joyce Heens. Maximilian Thomas Albertson, cum laude. Emma A. Alderman, with honors, summa cum laude. Sarah Alexander, summa cum laude. Nevea Camille Allen. Montserrat Alvarez Paramo, summa cum laude. Catherine Amato. Brooke K. Anderson, cum laude. Caleb Alton Anderson, cum laude. Julia Marie Arant. Daniel Lehner Argueta. William Carter Ashworth, with honors, cum laude. Marissa Grace Ashley, magna cum laude. Thomas Jacob Atkinson. Edom Kathy Lorraine Atsu, double degree Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science. Oro Lovelace Avery. Annabelle Ayers, cum laude. Mitchell Frederick Batsion. Jackson Luca Barbado. Adrian Barrios. Nicholas Roman Bartolome. Jamichael D. Baxter. Grant Edward Beatles. Lauren Renee Beatty, magna cum laude. Ellen Morgan Bennett, cum laude, in absentia. Macy Caroline Bennett, cum laude. Aiden Joseph Ben Walid, with honors, summa cum laude. Taylor Lynn Burkbigler. Emily Bishop. Troy Blackwood, cum laude. Jonathan Blake. Abby K. Blevins. Emily Boeing, with honors, summa cum laude. Jasaira Chable. Amelia Grace Brannon. Emily Faith Breedlove, cum laude. Jacob Brantz Bridges, cum laude. Madeline Page Bridges, with honors, magna cum laude. Kenneth Lewis F. Brocate, in absentia. Stratton Jeb Brune. Copeland Bradshaw Brown. Ethan J. Brown, magna cum laude. Gavin J. Brown, magna cum laude. Christopher James Bryan, summa cum laude. Jacob Sean Buckner, magna cum laude, in absentia. Ava Lee Bulow, summa cum laude. William Taylor Burgess, cum laude, in absentia. Madeline Taylor Burke, summa cum laude. Josephine Elise Byrne. Marco Andrés Cabrera. Brandon Cade. Ellie Rose Callahan, cum laude. Catherine Carson. William Pate Castleberry. Samuel Jacob Brown Chapman, cum laude. Taylor McKinley Chappell. Trevor Brian Childers, magna cum laude. Michael Goodell Clark, Jr. Christina Tan Clay, magna cum laude. Kamaya Monet Clinton. Aiden Jordan Cloud. Mackenzie Paige Cochran. Carver Sadler Cole, cum laude. Hunter Caden Coleman. Brianna L. Connor, magna cum laude. Margaret Grace Cox, magna cum laude. Caroline Dorothy Creamy, with honors, summa cum laude. Nikki Lynn Crummy, with honors, cum laude. Michael D. Curtis II. Jaleja David. Jessica Holly Davis, cum laude. Lainey Noel Davis. Haven Michael Lee Dean, in absentia. Elizabeth Rose Diener, magna cum laude. Miguel Angel de Leon. Alani Loren Di Francesco. Catherine Nicole Deal, cum laude. Abigail Rose Dini, summa cum laude. Jessica De Quattro, cum laude. Grant Edward Drezig. John Michael Drury. Andrew John Duffy, cum laude. Ella Rose Duke. William Douglas Duncan III. Ansley Christine Dunn. Jennifer Nicole Dunn, with honors, magna cum laude. Satya Jiza, cum laude. John Parker Early, summa cum laude. Samuel E. Edens. William Chase Edmonds. Michelle Amari Parks Edwards, summa cum laude. Sophia Grace Ely. Lauren K. Ellard, cum laude. Alyssa Brielle Elmore, summa cum laude. Nicholas Andrew Enright. Joseph Nyamedza Wesley Esafolansa. Manuel Emilio Esteves Brache. Gillian Falls, cum laude. Julia Michelle Fisher. Ariana Elise Flowers. Alexander Philip Ferrand, cum laude. William H. Fortner. Caitlin Ann Frankman, with honors, summa cum laude. Brennan Alexander Fulcher. Maddie Funch. Emma Alexandra Furr, summa cum laude. Brandon Galloway, cum laude. Bianca Madeleine Garcia. Andrew Houston Garger, cum laude. Mia Elizabeth Garro. Connor Lawrence Gergel. Sydney Brooke Goddard, magna cum laude. Max Gomes, magna cum laude. Jace William Good, summa cum laude. Rosemarie Janelle Goodman, cum laude. Margaret June Goodpaster. Peyton Elizabeth Goolsby, cum laude. Shay M. Graham, cum laude. Alexia Nicole Graves, summa cum laude. Brendan Gray. Nora Jane Elizabeth Gray, summa cum laude. Elliot Green. Brady Allen Green. Andrew Guzman, cum laude. Nadia Colette Haas, magna cum laude. Ethan Andrew Haig, with honors. Lauren Kathleen Hall, in absentia. Robert Davis Hall, magna cum laude, presented by his father, Dr. Christopher Hall, Associate Professor of Biology. William Jackson Holla, in absentia. Michelle Humui, cum laude. Mary Love Ha Ek Han, with honors, magna cum laude. Mary Laura Hardesty, summa cum laude. Allison Marie Haricola, double degree Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science, magna cum laude. Lillian Isabel Harris. James Richard Hadaway III, with honors, summa cum laude, presented by his mother, Allison Hadaway, Associate Director of Employer Engagement and Internships. Jessica Marie Hawkshurst, with honors, summa cum laude. Trenton Michael Hayberg, magna cum laude. Tate Hendricks, with honors, summa cum laude. Angelo Hernandez, cum laude. Johnny Hernandez. Ginia Hernandez Tavares, summa cum laude. Bryce Herring. Giselle Highsmith. Sasha Nikayla Hill. Haley Christine Holcomb, magna cum laude. Joseph Allen Holmes, in absentia. Madison Elise Howard. Ian Elliott Hughes, with honors, cum laude. Isabella Hurtado. Hannah Ellen Huang. Braden Luke Inniken, summa cum laude. Bailey Jackson, magna cum laude. Callie Ann Jackson, magna cum laude. Lily Dawn Jankowski. Avery Kathleen Gerald, magna cum laude. Abigail Kathleen Jarvis, summa cum laude. Lila Johnson. Mallory Cammie Johnson. William Aaron Johnson, cum laude. Caleb James Johnston. Colin Johnston. Avery Ellis Jones, cum laude. Kaya Jones, summa cum laude. Jaden Jones, with honors, summa cum laude. Catherine Susanna Kellerman, cum laude. Cole Edward Kent, magna cum laude. Rahaf Nader Khatib. Aurora May Kemble. Evelyn Grace Kinser, cum laude. Nicole Elizabeth Knight, with honors, magna cum laude. Carson Alexander Kuhn, cum laude. Ariana Marie Kroc, summa cum laude. Megan Kurzman. Charles Elliott Kyle. Case Lake, cum laude. Olivia Joan Lambert, cum laude. Trista Leanne Landgren. Garrett Lang. Carson Thomas Gatlin Latham, summa cum laude. Savannah Laudicina, summa cum laude. Sydney Itana Lane, cum laude. Hannah Grace Lee, cum laude. Victoria Kristen Lee. Meredith Marie Leverett, summa cum laude. Christian Omari Lewis, summa cum laude. Christopher Amari Lewis. Kimberly Marie Lila. Mary Claire Lill, cum laude. Dawson Carey Livingston. Jennifer Lozano. Benjamin Lutz. Nate Lyons, cum laude. Katrina Elizabeth Mack. Logan Drake Madden, summa cum laude. Gregory Maddox. Latifa Madesco, in absentia. Samari J. Madison, magna cum laude. Amanda Marie Magley, magna cum laude. Caitlin Marchman, magna cum laude. Jeronimo Marin. Juana Duran Martin, cum laude. Juan Martin Castro, cum laude. Cadence Marie Maxfield. Callista McKenna McCausland, with honors, summa cum laude. Trinity Kate McClendon, magna cum laude. Lila Louise McConkey. Marin McCullough, summa cum laude. William Hudson McAvoy. Mason Andrew McFadden. Merrick Dees McGowan. Sara Mejia Bastidas. Jaden Ross Melville. Evelyn Joy Marie Metz, summa cum laude. Barrett Kaylin Mims. Molly Ruth Mitchell, cum laude. Aiden Christopher Moore. Mickey Moore, Jr. Eleftheria Christina Moritakis. Abigail Grace Morgan, magna cum laude. Thomas Henry Mosley IV. Mads Keaton Maroka, summa cum laude. Jack Terrence Murray, magna cum laude. Valentina Nava Moran, magna cum laude. Maverick Lee Neal. Sophia Jade Newell, cum laude. Brendan Michael O'Sullivan, cum laude. Madeline Claire Odom, summa cum laude. Nicole Mercedes Orias Madrigal, cum laude. Alejandro Miguel Ortiz. Lillian Grace Osterkamp, cum laude. Savo Ostovarie Rovadi. Amelia Emerson Ousley, cum laude. Madeline Greer Owen, magna cum laude. Brianna Faith Payne, magna cum laude. Landon Painter. Caden Stephen Pager. Camden Alistair Park. Riley Grayson Parr, magna cum laude. Harvey Patel, with honors, cum laude. Vishal Naven Patel. Kenzie Elizabeth Patrick, cum laude. Mikkel Victoria Patterson, cum laude. Angelina Faith Panino, with honors, magna cum laude. Christina Corinne Perez. Suzanne Julia Peters, with honors, summa cum laude. Josephine Faith Fendler. Arturo Pintor, Jr. Ellie Rose Perkle, summa cum laude. Laura Elizabeth Pittman, magna cum laude. Abigail Elizabeth Plants, summa cum laude, presented by her mother, Penny Evans Plants, Chief Information Officer. Muku Se Po, magna cum laude. Amy E. Poinsett. Olivia Ruth Pope, magna cum laude. Philip Charles Pope II. Adriel David Portillo. Margaret Portman. Caroline Elizabeth Postel, summa cum laude. Isabel Gialin Pregont, cum laude. Quincy Laurel Elizabeth Pritchard. Araceli Prieto Flores. Charles Hancock Pulaski. Ella Grace Quigley, cum laude. Gabrielle Antoinette Robinson Quinn. Ansley Jones Reed, with honors, magna cum laude. Molly Mulcahy Reed, cum laude. Alexis Julene Regal. Reed Charles Richards. Mia L. Reese, summa cum laude. Trinity Angeline Rivera, summa cum laude. Elijah Luke Roberts. Jasmine Faith Robertson, magna cum laude. Diego Jose Rodriguez, cum laude. Stephanie Alexandra Rodriguez Cedillos. Teresa Taylor Rodriguez. Joshua Elijah Rogers. Zion Jeremiah Rome, magna cum laude. Haley Miranda Rauch, cum laude. Margaret Elizabeth Rowland, magna cum laude, in absentia. Camden Rudd. Madison Page Zepka. Miriam Virginia Saldarriaga. Hiba Salem Salem, cum laude. Isabel Karas Solitsky, cum laude. Melanie Areli Sanchez Ruiz. J. Allen Sanders. Olivia Katie Sato, with honors, magna cum laude. Aiden Scarano. Keith William Scarber, with honors, magna cum laude. Kara Marie Schmidt, cum laude. Chloe Suzanne Scholl. Mason Schoonover, summa cum laude. Aurora Rose Setias, with honors, summa cum laude. Thomas McCutcheon Shefshunas, cum laude. Dawson Mitchell Sherwood, magna cum laude. John Shields. Brock Corwin Schultz, cum laude. Colby Lee Sykes, cum laude. Chloe Silvers. Abigail Beatrice Simpson, with honors, summa cum laude. Amelia Blair Smith, with honors. Braden James Smith, magna cum laude. Ethan Taft Smith. Kamari Ali Smith. Sarah Madeline Smith, cum laude. Bo Rose Smith Wysong, magna cum laude. Nicholas Springer, cum laude. Julie Rebecca Stark. Gavin Stearns, cum laude. Drayshawn Tyree Stevens, magna cum laude. Riley Sturdivant Stevens, magna cum laude. Max Stiles, cum laude. Charlie Stokes. Maisha Stolman, cum laude. Brandon Emmanuel Stoudemire. Jacob Tomasello Stout, magna cum laude. Jonathan Stridham. Sydney Lee Summers, summa cum laude. Devin Andre Sweat, magna cum laude. Jacob Daniel Silvey, summa cum laude. Danny Nicole Tarasca, with honors, magna cum laude. Avery Nicole Taylor. Nija Renee Terry. Catherine Rose Thompson, with honors, summa cum laude. Jason Isaiah Threadgill. Lillian Catherine Tierney, with honors, summa cum laude. Beth Ann Tavares, magna cum laude. Christine Nicole Trejo, cum laude. Jason Riley Ools, magna cum laude. Grace Alyssa Van Verseveld, summa cum laude. Trevor Levi Vanahel. Isaac Owen Vardy, cum laude. Isabella Lee Voss, summa cum laude. Jacob Voiles, magna cum laude. Anna Lauren Wade, summa cum laude. John Kenneth Walters, magna cum laude. Sarah Warden, magna cum laude. Charles E. Reese Watson, cum laude. Denise T. Webb, in absentia. Blake Riley Wellham. Risa Marie Wells. Jacob T. White, summa cum laude, in absentia. Gabriel Takeshi Whitlock, magna cum laude. Wesley Wilbur. Noah Wilkes. Hadley Morgan Williams, magna cum laude. Shelby Jean Williams. Jacob Thomas Wilmot, cum laude. Amelia Elizabeth Wilt. Ariana Winfrey, summa cum laude. Malaysia Deshari Winston. Elena Hope Woodard, summa cum laude. Emily Catherine Woodard, with honors, summa cum laude. Ava Trinity Wright. Nathan Joseph Wright. Tyler Eric Wright, magna cum laude, in absentia. Delaney Grace Yancey, cum laude. Anna Grace Yard. Abigail Grace Yerke. And Tadone Steele Zappa.
Good morning, members of the Board of Trustees, President Mazumder, faculty and staff, graduates, and family and friends. Thank you for allowing me to share in this special moment with you today. It is a privilege to be here and to represent the Berry Alumni Association as its current president. On behalf of the Alumni Association, congratulations to each of you. Earning your degree is no small feat. It reflects determination, resilience, and a willingness to persevere, qualities that you've demonstrated each from the very start of your Berry journey. Your support systems, your family, your friends, and your mentors have walked alongside you, and today they celebrate you with great pride. During my time at Berry, I was deeply immersed in campus life through the student work program, intramurals, and so many of the experiences that make this place unique. When I graduated, I felt both excitement for what was ahead and a little bit of sadness as that chapter had come to a close. But what I did not yet realize was that my relationship with Berry wasn't ending. It was evolving, opening the door to new ways to stay involved and build lasting relationships. As you step into what comes next, you're not leaving Berry behind. You're expanding your place within it. Today, you join a community of more than 33,000 alumni who share a lasting connection to this college and to one another. The Berry Alumni Association is here to support you, to help you stay engaged, build relationships, and continue growing alongside fellow alumni for years to come. As our newest members, I'm excited to welcome each of you to the Alumni Association. We look forward to seeing you at regional gatherings, connecting you with fellow alumni, and celebrating together at traditions like Mountain Day. This milestone is not an ending. It's the beginning of a new chapter of your Berry story. Congratulations once again, and welcome to the Berry Alumni Association. Thank you.
Please stand for the benediction and our alma mater. Receive this benediction as a promise and blessing from the Lord. And now may the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face towards you and give you his peace now and always. Amen.